What's the best P logic you have ever seen? Your fully grown adult stepsister will do literally anything as long as you don't tell your parents that you walked in on her masturbating. She also gets stuck in washing machines a lot. Some woman was acting like she was baking cookies. She just smashed flour and water together under a rolling pin before taking store-bought cookies out of the oven. Worst part is that once the actual pea started, she threw the flour all over her vagina. It killed my mood to see such carelessness and a blatant disregard for the art of baking. Not gonna lie, I want to start my own pea studio just for nude baking videos. I told my co-worker and he said he wants to see topless women cooking bacon. I don't think I have the heart to ask a woman to scold herself for art. Girl A is looking for something under her bed. Gets stuck. Girl B crawls under there to help. Gets stuck. Guy walks by and asks to help but can't lift the bed. So girl A asks for some sex. Girl B gets excited and asks for some too. Guy is now able to lift bed with boner. I saw a scene once where the guy asked the girl if she was going to join in for a three-way and her logic was sure. I'm on the cover so I have to be in. However many scenes. Breaking the fourth wall. The girl needed to pee, so she walked into a random house and found a bathroom with no toilet, only a dude in a bathtub who told her to wee into the bathtub. What the heck? Ima needs source for this, chief. It's missing from my research. So get this, the dog walker, the girl, loses the dog, goes back to the house to tell the owner, and the owner said something along the lines of "You are my dog now, Mayo." The actual freaking dog was never seen or mentioned again, and I remember laughing my butt off wondering what happened to the dog and why the owner doesn't care. Okay, there is this lesbian P about two roommates who discover that they both have a date with the same dude at the same time and just decide to stay home and have sex with each other instead. All I could think about was this guy seriously wanting to date both girls at literally the same time. Did he plan to use the old switcheroo? Wait, I have to use the restroom real quick. Sprints to the second date and spends a few minutes there. Excuse me for a moment. Sprints back to the first date. Rinse and repeat. So a guy and a girl have been chatting on MySpace. This was a while ago. The girl calls him to say that she has a free house and that he should come over. The dude arrives, but he doesn't recognize the girl. She gets down on the bed and looks up at him, but he still doesn't recognize her. The dude finally realizes that it is the same girl from the photo when he climbs a ladder and looks down at her sitting on the bed. It turns out that all of the pictures he had seen of her were taken in the duck face style. So he only knows what she looks like looking up at the camera. She then starts sucking the guy off while he is sitting on the ladder and the action carries on from there. That's actually pretty hilarious. I wish I knew what it was. So this barely legal 27-year-old is in the shower. Older dude walks in and she asks him what the frick he's doing in her bathroom. Dude says he is a poker buddy of her dad's and he needs to take a crap. She reluctantly says, okay, and he takes off his pants and underwear and sits down on the toilet. He gets up, walks over to the shower door and starts just jerking off while making the stupidest faces. She freaks out and asks him again what the frick he's doing. He responds that her father told him to make himself at home and ask his daughter if he needs anything. He needs a BJ. He says something like, well, if my dad said to take care of you, guess I should take care of you. 15 minutes go by and they've fricked everywhere in the bathroom. Dude says he's getting close, pulls out and starts to finish on her. But what starts out as a moan ends up in the loudest, guttural battle cry I've ever heard. Ooh It was the funniest pee I've ever seen, but can't find it for the life of me. If you're an attractive woman and you're a little short on the pizza you ordered, the delivery guy will gladly accept sexual favors as payment. That one doesn't even work anymore because these days you pay online before the order goes through. I suppose it could count as a tip though. The sauna without any heat or steam. In other words, the sauna that isn't even in use and the girl's wearing 3 layers of makeup, you know, to casually grab a sauna. Oh, and if they are trying to create the illusion of a doctor's office, all you need to do is hang up one anatomy chart. Done. Special shout out to the prop guys who get yellow rubber dishwashing gloves for the doctor's office scenes. Guy 1. Sticks dong in popcorn. Guy 2. Grab some popcorn dude. Is that your dong? Guy 1. No. It's cock porn, I mean popcorn. Cock porn. LMAO. I saw a scene where a nurse kicked her patient down the stairs because he said he didn't need her help for his broken leg. I couldn't whack it anymore after watching it because I couldn't stop laughing. That's Just Misery by Stephen King. This was the only time I have ever gone to a theater. The movie starts. A man has a broken down motorcycle on the side of the road. A woman pulls up. She says, "What's the problem?" He says, "There's something wrong with my spark plug." She says, "There's nothing wrong with your spark plug." And then they have sex on the motorcycle. But there clearly was something wrong with his spark plug since his motorcycle wasn't working. I started laughing hysterically. A man in the back row huffed loudly and left. I guess I ruined his immersion in the plot. I still sometimes say to my husband during sex, "There's nothing wrong with your spark plug," and then we giggle. It'll never get old. It might have been something else, other than the spark plug. The one where step bro is helping his stepsister correct her golf swing by stabilizing her torso by using his penis as an anchor inside her so she can get better at golf. As always, she really needs it and only he can help her. Guy gropes a girl. She clearly doesn't want to be groped. She doesn't do anything but struggle a little. Guy stops. Girl looks scared a few seconds. Then goes back to do what she was doing like nothing happened. Rinse and repeat, but every time gets more intense. My mind. Are these Bethesda NPCs? What the foo? I swear. The only thing that was missing was the girl saying "must be in the wind." Having sex in someone's kitchen isn't the problem. The problem is that you're freaking right in front of her and her salad. You, my adoptive brother, you fricked my mom, you fricked my sister, and you watched me masturbating. There is only one way to make this up to me. I wanna see you masturbate. Adoptive brother, then take off your clothes. Girl, fine. This was ages ago. We were watching the Blair Witch Project, but it was actually a lesbian parody that we were far too young to be watching. I remember we tuned in just as the line "Oh my god, the scary ghosts are back. We have to get naked and have sex again," paraphrasing. But that was basically it. That crap haunts me. Blair Witch Project. Setup. Woman. Looks 39. Is supposed to be 18. And her boyfriend. Looks 18. Are laying in bed. Woman wakes up and has to leave for school or something. Tells boyfriend to sneak out after she and her dad leave. Boyfriend is caught on the stairwell by woman's dad's best friend who happens to just be there for some reason. Dad's friend. You better not have been doing anything with her. She's my best friend's daughter and I'll do anything to protect her. Boyfriend. Dad's friend. Why don't you show me what you had her do to you? Boyfriend. Oh, okay. Boyfriend goes down on dad's friend while daughter and dad are leaving. Plot twist: after a few minutes, dad comes back home and catches them. Dad, well. Dad's friend. AWWEE. Sudden threesome. Friend finishes up and leaves. Dad continues with daughter's boyfriend. When a sudden plot twist. Boyfriend. Actually, I let myself get caught because I've always thought you were hot. Dad, oh what? The one with, if I remember correctly, Lisa Ann, where a guy is in a tub, taking a bath and she enters the bathroom as a lifeguard. It's hilarious. This isn't a beach, this is a bathtub. Mine will always be where it's a bunch of straight dudes sitting in a room bored and playing video games, watching a game or whatever, and they're so bored they just decide to all start fricking each other. I mean, I've been in this exact situation in rooms filled with completely out of the closet gay men. And we never got so bored we just decided to gangbang out of nowhere. So I have a hard time believing any straight men are doing that. Either that, or I need to find more interesting friends. There is a Japanese about a husband gets trapped in a time loop. A regular day. He goes to work but then he realizes he has left something at home. He goes back and sees his wife cheating on him with another man. They are obviously doing that. The husband dies. But he wakes up on the same day. He goes to work again and decides to go home earlier this time. Somewhere there the wife is doing with another man. The husband's wife still manages to do it with another man. Dies and wakes up. I think once he tries to do it with his wife, but still dies. Basically he tries to break the loop and not have his wife cheated on him. Very complicated. can't remember what happens in the end. That's a whole complicated storyline for just P. Guy fixes woman's pool. She invites him to come inside. The dude fricks her then and there and finished in her. She does a surprise Pikachu face and says I didn't mean it like that. There was one where a girl had her family over and the boyfriend was making a pizza the big sausage way. When he comes over with the pizza, his sausage is sticking out the front of the pizza, making the grandfather have a heart attack, and the family leaves to take the grandfather to the hospital. Once the family, the girl, well, that is one sausage I don't want to go to waste, and then she starts blowing him as her grandfather is dying from a heart attack on the way to the hospital. Postman rings the doorbell. Woman just out of the shower, in a house coat, opens a package for Miss Smith. That's me. Do you have any identification? I'm in a house coat. I don't have my driver's license in it. No, of course not. Do you have any other way to it yourself? I can show you my pee. But how will that help? Do you really think that I have some other woman's pee between my legs? We'd one that was basically, I don't like you. I don't like you either. Wanna freak? Okay. That was a plot point in The Boys. Wait, I'm not at the beach. This is a bathtub. Runner up. Red Riding Hood getting dicked down by the wolf, only for the wolf to reveal himself as Skeletor. Okay, the first is weird, but what the frick is the second one and why Skeletor? Found this old porno VHS years ago. Watching it and these two girls are walking down a trail in the hills. Probably California. They come across this dude in a breechcloth and full Native American headdress. Native dude, when? Girls, aren't you supposed to say how? Native dude, me know how, me want to know when. That's freaking gold. Most P categories aren't actually used to convey what the category actually mean. MILF is code for 25-30-year-olds. Note being a mother is not a requirement. Mature is code for aging professional pornsters. Teens is code for petite. Incest is code for amateur. Amateur is code for low production value professional. Reality is code for high production value professional. Look at this P connoisseur. I can't remember the conversation, but the stepmom was trying to coax her stepson into sex and was talking something along the lines of is sad having a big dong. Rest of convo is as follows. Stepmom, come on, just pull it out. You've got to have a big dong, it's in your genes. Stepson, these are shorts. I couldn't stop laughing and had to switch it over to a different video. Burglar breaks into a house. The owner girls come by. Girl 1, OMG, call the police. Girl 2, whispers, don't call the police, he has a dong. Girl 1, to burglar, we know, call police if you frick us. Woman with her stepson stuck at a hotel due to a delayed flight. Stepson can't sleep, so he starts jerking off to relax. Stepmom, that's gross and this isn't working. We better just frick. Has to be done. We won't be able to get home to my husband and your father if you're tired. Two women are the only ones in attendance at a funeral. They sit next to each other and hug to comfort each other. Seconds later, they begin making out. About a minute into the making out, they both turn and look at the camera and go, give us a break. It's a porno. I watched one where a girl got hit in the head with a tennis ball, promptly lost all memories, and was convinced by her stepbrother that he was her boyfriend. Mind blowing. For reasons that would take too long to explain, I was once helping out on a faux pee shoot, IDK, pee shoot, but intended to be the background to another film. Two girls and a guy on a motorbike. No, it was not running. The girls are making out and the guy is behind one of them. The whole thing was sort of hilarious. The guy freaked out early on and drank a heap of vodka and then couldn't stay hard, so one girl was being the fluffer and it got so absurd we all wanted to die. Eventually they start this appalling and yet hilarious screaming and writhing on the bike, and the director couldn't bring himself to direct them. The girl furthest from the guy suddenly shrieks and throws her head back and hollers, I can't believe it goes straight through. I mean, it worked, given the context. But the hysterical laughter from the rest of the crew must have been hard to scrub. Haha, I said hard. Stepson jerked off in bed. Stepmom comes in the room by accident. SOOO, he gets caught. Stepmom becomes frisky too and fricks her underage son. YHHWTFF. You're so much bigger than your dad. This chick's mom is about to walk in, so I'ma put a lampshade on my head and she'll think I'm a broken ornamental lamp and not a black dude. Girl, you need a lifeguard. Guy, la die. Fizzes AB at HTUB. Girl, I think we should have sex. Guy, confused, pause, okay. I just caught my spouse cheating, and if I want to avoid divorce, I'd better let him or her keep doing it and be a willing participant in their sexual exploits. I shall not today attempt further to define the kinds of material I understand to be embraced within that shorthand description, hardcore pornography, and perhaps I could never succeed in intelligibly doing so, but I know it when I see it, and the motion picture involved in this case is not that. United States Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart and Jacobellis v. Ohio. Brother, you showed my best friend your tea? Well, I'll tell mom if you don't show me too. Sister, okay, flashes. Brother, well, I'm sure you showed him more than that. Sister, well, starts aggressively giving head with the fury of 1,000 succubi. A guy and a girl are swimming in a pool. The guy stands up and says, I lost my contact. Maybe it's in your butt. He then proceeds to look with his tongue. I still think after he finished, they should have cut to a close-up of his dong with a contact on the tip. This one's a classic in my country. Guy with mask enters a room with an electrical panel on the wall, together with an lightly dressed woman. Girl, this is the electrical panel. Guy, okay, but, looks down. There's hay on the ground. Why is there hay on the ground? Girl, I don't know. Why do you wear a mask? Guy, why don't you just blow me? Girl, shrugs, okay. Commence the blowing of the dong. Everyone in Germany knows this one. The guy was hired for his big member, but he was an amateur and didn't want to be recognized, so he insisted on wearing a mask during the entire shoot. The entire cast just went along with it. Swap their daughter and have sex to make them heterosexual again. Complete stupidity. But it made me laugh. So good point. I've seen one where two girls graduated, and their fathers swapped their daughters just to teach them about sex before college, lol. God, let me tell you from a very personal experience. I am a pee fetish author. I have a story on CHYOA, a website for choose your own adventure erotica, where users can submit their own suggestions. Today, I processed a submitted chapter to my story where the MC, who is a woman, had magically grown several penises, and was testing what ingesting the CM from each of them would cause. The CM from the first dong tasted like fried eggs and stir-fry chicken. The CM from the second dong also tasted like fried eggs and stir-fry chicken. From this, the MC extrapolated that the CM from her second dong always tastes like the last thing she ate. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.